Weekend, obviously. Time for our go over of 3 days worth of sales on some of our platforms.
So this is Linda. I'm Cameron. We're going to go over what sold. Then we'll break the numbers down first to give us an idea of how many items we sold and how much we sold it for. These are most items we found at thrift stores, estate sales, online auctions, and we're flipping them online on platforms like eBay, Mercari, Poshmark, and all that good stuff. So we'll break down how do we do first.
So over the 3 days, we had a total of 36 sales across one platform, eBay. Our other platforms have been pretty silent, but that's okay. They catch up every now and then and let us know that they're still there. And so we did just under 1110 for the weekend.
Yeah, we were hoping for a little bit more, but yeah, it's kind of expected on a weekend like this. I will say things keep selling on Mercari that just sold on eBay. Like I haven't delisted it in time. Like they're not selling. I'm getting offers, I should say, on Mercari for items that I've just sold on eBay. So there is some activity, but just not a lot of traffic yet, leading to sales. But let's get into it. First item on eBay.
First up, we have this original plastic Rival Crockpot lid. It sold for $33 shipped.
Now, guys, this was $1 in a estate sale. Did not come with the crock pot. It was sitting in a plastic. They had plastic cups and different stuff. $1, and I was happy because I don't have to deal with the crock pot. I can just sell this. Usually, you can look them up. There's different size ones. These plastic lids are the ones to go. Linda even sold a glass one time, but they're a little heavier. I wouldn't recommend it. More breakable for the price. But these, if you can get them for a couple bucks, they will sell. This was only up for about 2 weeks, and it sold for $33.
There you go. Piece of plastic. Then we've got an SK tool. This is out of our vintage tools. This is a 2628, sold for 11 and some change.
Happy to see it go.
Then Cameron purchased a Bella Pro espresso machine and parted it out. He still has the main unit sitting over there. Don't know what he's going to do with it.
No, I gotta get rid of it, but now that I've listed all the parts, I can get rid of it. So.
All right, now we can get rid of it. So this is the programmable portafilter. And that sold for $28 shipped.
Yep. And we already sold the other day. We sold the little basket.
Yeah.
Filter basket or whatever it is, or I don't know. Next item. Next
up, we have a $700 manual buy, an 01 to 03 Honda Civic ETM, sold for $24 and some change. Then, this is pretty cool. So, Cameron purchased a lot of Barbies. And when I say a lot of Barbies, I mean a lot of Barbies.
It wasn't that. It's 10.
It's too many Barbies.
It's 10.
But this one is one to look out for you guys. This is Midge, and Midge has a baby in her belly, which is kind of weird. But you help Midge give birth.
And it's weird because there's a bunch of Midge in the family. Like, there's ones like, I didn't even notice this. I mean, different little family ones. The lady was selling a Barbie collection. I don't know how she got it. But her older daughter didn't want them. Her older daughter only wanted a Serena Williams and a Venus Williams one, which was the ones I wanted to also buy, but she pulled them from my pile. But she had 36 Barbies. She wanted $10 a piece for them and wouldn't do any deals. It was the face. She had just brought them out to sale. I started scanning and doing some quick searching. I pulled out 10, limited time, but I found 10 that I thought were the best ones and bought them for $100, and this one sold for?
This one sold for $112.
And it's just sold within a couple days. And if you stay tuned, there's another Barbie to show you that also sold pretty quick.
So yeah, pregnant Barbies, look out for them.
The Midge ones.
The Midge ones. Next up, out of the $500 video game buy, we've got Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero for PS1, sold for $40
It's the guy that was going back and forth. He wouldn't pay $40, then he decided to pay $40, and then it took forever to pay for the item. Yeah. Kind of a little weird, but did sell.
Then $1,200 tool buy, some more stuff. This is the STP oil filters. This is a lot of 3 of them, sold for $22 shipped.
Yep.
Next up, we've got Analyze That, Analyze This, 2-pack DVD, sold for $8 and some change. Then, this is the same buyer, purchased 3 different manuals. They purchased an 01, 02, 03 Accurate NSX supplement manual. So the 03 was 24, 02 was 36, and the 01 was 48. They didn't purchase it like all in one order. They
probably
because
they're set to accept you to make a buy now. They have to pay right away, so they probably couldn't add it. I guess you have to add it to your cart, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes if you just hit buy now, it goes. Kind of like on Amazon, you have that buy now instead of add to cart.
I think if they add it to the cart, then they could buy them all as one. But if they just click buy it, yeah.
But we will ship them all together, save us on some shipping, and they'll get all 3.
And the crazy thing was the other day, another buyer bought a bunch of different NSX
He had
manuals.
purchased 5 in total.
But he also bought 2 other Acura manuals separately. Remember, he bought the 2.
No, he bought 3 and then 2 others, so
No,
5
he bought
in total.
3, but he didn't pay for one first. So he paid. We shipped out 2. Then he paid. Then he bought 2 more. Then he paid for his third, and that was 3.
Yeah, so he bought 5 in total.
Yeah, 2 orders. But there wasn't all NSXs. One was NSX and one was like a TL or something.
Anyways, so that buyer will get all 3 manuals. Next up, we got the Times of Harvey Milk, sold for $16 shipped.
It's $1 at a garage sale. I don't know.
Then from R&R, we got this set of Remedy Soothe and Cool Ointment Barrier. A lot of 5 of them we are selling for $40 shipped.
I sold mine at the cheapest price. They expire December of 2023 and August 2023. So I just listed mine cheap, hoping they'll sell quick, and they did. So they're still good now, but I just made sure I was one of the best prices.
Then we got a comic book. This is DC Hour Comics, The Witching Hour, sold for $10 shipped.
We don't sell a lot of comics, but
No.
always cool to move one.
Then from Saks Thrift Avenue, Cameron picked up a bunch of the doll wigs and also doll hair to make wigs. So we've been selling those. This is the Honey Blonde size 7/8, sold for $20 shipped.
These ones sell the best. The ones that are just
It's
hair.
a complete wig,
Yeah, it's a wig. Because a lot of people message me on the hair ones. They go, "Oh, is it a wig?" And I'm like, "No, it's hair. You have to like create your own, I
Make your
guess."
own, yeah.
The wigs sell better, but we're in each of these ones for $150, and we've sold every one for like at least 20.
Yeah.
And I think we sold one for 25 or 30, so we've done very well. And even if the other ones don't sell, we're still way in the profits.
Then we got a Tommy Hilfiger umbrella. It's the red, white, and blue standard. This is a vintage one. Sold for $42.50 shipped.
This was in the death pile for a long time. Because you can't open an umbrella inside or something, right?
That's why.
That's why I couldn't list it.
Gotcha.
Next.
Total fun. Next up from our local bin store, Cameron sold one of these last weekend, I think.
Last week or last week at some point, but yeah.
But this is a set of Breville filters, and it sold for $22 shipped.
So these were $2. The thing is, when I start finding some in the bins, and then I find a second one, I'm like looking. I'm like, where is the Breville box? I'm just looking for these or things that I found, and that's why we found all those books. I found like 8 of those books.
The
and the
system something
design. And then when I found all those scopes, I just kept finding them, and I'm like, let me keep looking. And that's same with this. I found one Breville. I'm like, there's got to be more here. And then I found a second. I wish I would have found more because we're already sold out now.
Yep, there you
The
go.
bin store has been good. We need to go back.
Then we've got a Lemix Christmas Village street clock, sold for $10.50 shipped.
Not a whole lot, but it's a cute little clock.
It might be out of mine.
Yeah, maybe.
I think that's out on my Christmas buy. My $100 Christmas buy.
It might be. I don't hear that, or it's probably from a bulk buy, but yeah.
Maybe. Next up, we've got a Supro guitar amp catalog.
Supro.
Supro from 2018. Sold for $11 and some change.
Yep. Lenny Kravitz on the front there.
Is that who that is?
Yes.
Then here's the next Barbie. This is Barbie, Princess of the Pacific Island. These are the dolls of the world. And she sold for $40 shipped.
And the cool thing about her
Is that her label's backwards?
But when they see it,
Okay, when you guys see it, yeah, that's funny.
because it's the opposite.
But it's backwards to us. So.
Actually, because I'll probably change the screen so you guys won't. You guys will see it the wrong way too. But,
Oh, okay, hopefully.
but yeah.
When
That
we're
one-
looking at her, I'm like,
But that was $10. Again, $10 for everyone. $40 was kind of my minimum. I wanted to get at least a $40 sale. If I spent 10, that was kind of when I was determining which ones to buy. On those Barbies, if she would have said all of them for $5 a piece, I would have bought them all, because it would have been $180 and would have been worth it. Got a message. So yeah, definitely would have. But grab the good ones. I'm trying to do better too. A lot of times I'll buy a lot of stuff in bulk and be like, oh, I'll just take everything. But I'm trying to be a little bit smarter and not always just buy it just because, if it's something bulk like that. Because there was still money made at 10. I could have sold a lot for 35 or whatever, but just wasn't, I guess, the right price range. Next.
kind of like some bears we have.
Yeah. The thing is, the circus bears are probably never going to sell. But this did sell.
This is a Craftsman V Series and double ed box end wrench, and that sold for $13.50 shipped.
Linda's learned a lot about tools from
Lots
selling.
of tools.
She'd be basically a handy woman.
Next up, we got a Sony Sports Walkman for parts or repair only because it doesn't work. And that sold for $20 and some change.
For parts, though, that's pretty good.
Then we got a Jimi Hendrix, The Cry of Love cassette, sold for $10 and some change. Next up, we got a vintage 1962 Picket Model N all metal slide rule.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's cool. Not a ruler.
It's a slide rule.
rule.
These, there's different ones, guys. There's some that go for like $100, but some of them don't do as well. But I always pick them up for $1 or $2 at an estate sale.
You got the fancy case and everything.
It's got a cool case. But yeah, this was $2 or $3 and it sold for how much?
35 and some change.
I would say that's a good deal.
Then from our Florida trip in 2022, we've got a pair of Aeropostale men's jeans. 3132s, new with tags, sold for $35 shipped.
I don't remember if they were 10 or $7, maybe 10 with a discount. I don't remember, but they were brand new, so I grabbed them.
Then out of a $10 CD buy, we've got A Night to Remember on DVD.
We don't have much left from that
Sold
buy.
for $15 shipped.
A Night to Remember, Titanic.
A Night to Remember, the actual movie is really good.
That's what this is, A Night to Remember.
Not that one.
Oh, you mean Titanic?
No, A Night to Remember, the movie.
This is
No, A Walk to Remember. It's called A Walk.
You said that, I didn't. I'm tired.
A Walk to Remember is really
It turns
good.
out the Titanic sunk, I think, based on the back graphic.
I don't know. Not if you ask the conspiracy theorists, it never sunk.
Let's go next item.
Next up, we got a vintage 1964 Imperial Chrysler Service Technical Manual. Sold for $23 and change. Not out of the $700 manual buy or the $1,200 tool buy.
I don't...
Cameron doesn't know where he got it.
That may have been... No, I don't know. No, I think I already sold the one that I bought from the guy that sold us his house. I think we sold that one, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think we did. I think this is something else. I think it was $2 in the States.
They were trying to sell all kinds of stuff so they could get out of here. Next up, we got a set of our stamps, our 2007 Star Wars stamps. They're 41-cent stamps, and those sold for $10.50 shipped.
We still have some left. There's like a whole stack of them.
Yeah.
So one of our best little single item multi-quantities that have sold.
Then we got a pair of Nikes.
You like the way I did the picture? Or no?
Yeah.
No? No?
Yeah.
Say it any other way or no?
I think you need to get one of those little
Risers?
risers, yeah. So this is a pair of Nike Kyrie 4s, 4 TVs, maybe?
Yeah.
They're the Oreo color. That's awesome.
They do. Look at that. It looks like Oreo right there.
It does. That's awesome. So those ones did sell for $50 shipped, and they're size 11.5. Then we've got The Score by the Fugees.
This is a good cassette right
sold
here.
for $20 shipped.
I spent like $5 on a whole bag of cassettes. This was worth every penny.
Then the $800 DVD buy, we got Faulty Towers, the complete season, or complete collection, sold for $12 and some change.
You got like 4 copies of something.
Then we got the Tribulation and Revelation.
Revelation. Last book.
Revelation, sold for $12 shipped.
Yeah, a lot of those together.
And those are actually from the maker of Left Behind, which is crazy too.
Those are from the DVD 200 buy. They might not be marked.
It's not marked.
Yeah, they are though.
Well, they weren't in there. They were on the shelf.
Oh, where were they from?
I don't know, but they were on the shelf.
Maybe they're from a different buy. They're not, because they would be in the box.
Then we got an Onkyo surround back left speaker, sold for $30 shipped.
We haven't sold a speaker in a minute. We don't have many left.
Well, that's
though.
the last Onkyo. We've only got little ones.
Yeah, Onkyo. The Onkyo ones always sell pretty well for us.
Onkyo.
Onkyo.
Then we've got a Sony VRD VC30. This is a DV Direct multifunction DVD recorder, transfer movies to DVD.
I did test that thing, and it worked.
That thing?
Yes.
Oh, okay. But that did sell for $45 shipped.
Yep.
Next up, we got this is also out of our bin store. This is a Ring power adapter.
Yeah.
Sold for $25 shipped.
I don't know if it was a return or what, but this is just a power cord I found sitting in the bottom of a bin for $1. And then we sold it for what? 20 something? $25. Or $2 was $2.
Hey,
Still worth it.
25,
Maybe 3. Who knows? Still worth it. The crazy thing, what I love about the bins, and I'm going to get a little nerdy here, the stuff is selling pretty quick. That's the cool part is I'm buying stuff. We're buying stuff. Linda's bought a couple things she's found that have sold quick. Like that one, remember that one textbook you found? That sold like in a couple days. Forgot what it was. You probably don't remember, but you sold it like a psychology book or something, and it sold already. But a lot of the books and the inks and stuff have sold really quick. So I'm buying them, and they're just getting out of the store really quick. That is all, guys. That's all we have right now. We'll be back if anything else sells exciting. If not, we'll see you in the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.